Good morning, everyone. Today we're talking about the photographer's superpower. Oh yeah, let's go. I know this is gonna sound absolutely insane, but something I just talked about in that video and you're gonna see in a minute just happened. I'm gonna show you a little bit more footage, but please, patience is the most important thing you can have in life. This is just the proof. I guess it's something's trying to prove me that everyone should be patient. Just enjoy, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Wow. All right, guys, welcome to a new episode. Today we are in New York City in this amazing location, which is literally my favorite because that's where you really get the vibe of the city. You can see absolutely everywhere. The skyline is amazing. I just love it here. All right, today is a little bit special because there is always a time maybe you can relate to where I kind of feel like it's not moving fast enough, you know, like I'm trying to learn a new skill, I'm trying to become better at photography, and I feel like I'm not progressing. I feel like it's slow. Maybe I'm trying to make it as a professional and I feel like it's not fast enough. Well, I thought today I would share something with you because I was reflecting on the topic the other day and I thought, why don't we talk about patience? You know, patience I think is like a superpower, and it doesn't come just from me, it comes also from long-time entrepreneurs, and it just got me thinking about patience in photography. I think sincerely there are 5 biggest reasons you need to be patient in photography. 3 of them are going to be very obvious and 2 of them a little bit more tricky. Today I want to share those 5 reasons with you. So if you're ready to grasp that patient superpower and see why it's so important and so useful, well, let's get started together. Number 5 is simply that photography is all about light, which means patience is a superpower because it will get you through the times where the light is not good. It will actually help you wait until the light is right to take your shots. So instead of rushing whenever you get on the shoot, maybe you have to wait 10 minutes until you get the sun correctly behind you or backlighting your subject. You know, it's all about the light, and sometimes you have to shoot at sunset, sometimes you have to shoot at sunrise. And there are many times when you're shooting street photography, landscape photography, architecture, where you have very tiny windows of maybe 5 minutes where the light is perfect for your shot. And patience is what will get you the right shot. You know, if you're just getting there, rushing in, taking a random photo and just leaving because you believe you don't have time, you're not gonna get the epic shot. So please develop a little bit of patience. This video is just as much for me as it is for you. Because as I mentioned in 2018, what I learned a lot is that I have to take more of my time on certain photos. So getting the right light is going to be one of them. Now, what's the next one? All right, number 4 is simply patience will get you the best shot possible, especially when you're doing street photography. There are times that you have a great frame, but you're waiting for the right subject to be in that frame. And that is so important to be able to wait in that location. I was shooting with my friend Colin the other day, a street photographer here in New York City. And well, we were in Chinatown and he was shooting that fisherman, I remember. And he was just waiting for that person to have the right expression. He knew what he wanted, he had visualized the shot, but he wasn't able to capture it yet because it hadn't happened. So he just camped a little bit, waited until it happened.
For me, like I find a spot and I see a subject that I like, I see the composition that I like, but he's not giving me like, he's not looking at me, he's not giving me like any action, like any expression that I'm looking for to make it like an action, like to complete like every step in what makes a good photo for me. So, patience.
Patience.
You might have to sit behind a trash bag for a couple of minutes, but it might be worth it.
Never be afraid of the trash, guys.
Ever.
That's where you find gems. People threw gems in the trash. That made me realize that it's so important to really imagine the shot you want and then just have the patience to wait in the location. You know, you're not here to hit all the flags and just take as many random shots as possible. You're here to take great photos in each location. So even if you were to go out and come back home with only 1 photo and you waited an hour for that shot in that specific location, I think it would be worth it. And that is something I'm going to be practicing a lot. So don't forget it. If you want the subject to be perfect in your shot, you either have to make it happen meaning you work with a model, or you have to be patient enough to get life happen for you to capture it. All right, number three, guys, a quick story. When I lived in New York City, I waited a whole year for a blizzard to hit New York so that I could get a shot with the Brooklyn Bridge here and the snow. And this is the profile picture that you see everywhere, but I had to wait for that shot. But the day it happened, I was so ready. I was so ready. I was like out in 5 minutes, running all around and taking those photos. It just happened when I finished the video. It's crazy, the sky was blue, etc. And suddenly it turns into a massive storm, which was amazing. I got shots I'm super excited about. It makes everything worth it. Patience, guys, patience. So yeah, remember, it's all about waiting and being able to get that opportunity and making it happen when the conditions are right. Number three is simply, there are times, especially if you're an outdoor photographer, where you cannot go outdoor, You might be stuck in your house, you might be stuck in a city when all you want is to be outside shooting in the wild. Well, it's not always possible, and I think that's where developing a lot of patience can really help us. Once I understand that I'm not going to be traveling, for example, for the next month, or that I'm not going to be in a place when I wanted to be just right here and right now. It also helped me think differently and think about what I can do with what I have right now. Right now I'm in a city, and if I'm really honest with you, I would love to be in the nature. But what can I do in the city that will actually bring value when I will be out there in the nature? If you're getting really good at photography in a city, maybe you're working on your architecture skills, maybe you're trying to see the light differently in the moments. Once you're gonna get out there and you're gonna be in the outdoors and shooting landscape, that might be actually very helpful for you. There are always tricks that you can learn that will help you further. All right, and last but not least, patience is the key for success whenever you're learning a new skill. Whenever you want to be good at photography, when you want to build a business, whatever you want to do in life, it takes time and effort. And I know a lot of people, maybe I'm guilty of it also, of making it too simple, but things take time. It is hard actually to learn something, and it is hard to get good at something. It's not something that happens overnight, And I think for photography, it's especially important because you might understand the settings quickly, you might understand a few things really quickly, but what really takes time is being able to see all those images, all those photos. And that takes a lot of practice. And I highly recommend you, if you ever want to be good at something, is think about it as if you were going to run a marathon versus doing a sprint. I heard that, I think, I can't remember who talked about it, an entrepreneur, maybe Gary or someone else. And I was, that is very interesting, because we're very often left with that image of instant success. But overnight success takes about 10 years. If you've ever read Richard Branson's biography, it's really good. He talks about it, and you can see how much he's been going through and how hard it was. So when I'm learning something new in photography, I always remind myself about that, because sometimes I get frustrated by my shots. I'm like, they don't look good, etc. But actually it takes a lot more time than just a few tries to get it right. I feel less frustrated knowing that things are gonna take me more time, because then I can enjoy the process and not try to think about the short-term reward. Be patient, use patience as a superpower as a photographer, especially since we're always seeking the light and the right conditions to shoot. We should be the most aware about it. All right, guys, with that being said, I'm gonna let you go here. I hope you enjoyed that little video. It was more for me than for you, but maybe some of you actually resonate with that and can relate. If you can relate, let me know in the comments. What is the thing you're the most impatient about? I'm very curious to hear about it. And with that being said, next video is gonna be more technical tutorials. So I'm wishing you an amazing day. Get out there, go shoot. And if you're new to this channel, please make sure you subscribe. There's gonna be a lot more adventures, so hit that SCRB button, ring that notification bell, and I will see you on the next episode. Oh, warning, when you ring that notification bell, it's gonna make a huge sound. Oh yeah. All right, have an amazing day, guys. Bye.